Hi everybody, this is Miss Bronze Beauty, and did a video yesterday. The sound did not come out too loud, so this is just a redo. I came across an article on an incident that happened out in Greenwood, Mississippi. A 26-year-old black man by the name of Frederick Jermaine Carter was found hanging from a tree. And I wanted to pay my respects to the family and discuss the suspicions I have with this scenario. Okay. It seems that the sheriff of this county, Ricky Banks, states that Mr. Carter had a history of mental illness and was on medication and had a pattern of wandering away. Now, article states that Mr. Carter lived in Sunflower County and was helping his stepfather paint a building on Wednesday. Mr. Carter was found Friday, December 3rd, 2010. Now, the sheriff, Ricky Banks, states that the stepfather or the stepdaddy, it didn't bother the stepdaddy that Mr. Carter had wandered off, and it had happened so many times before because he's a mental patient and was taking medication. And the sheriff goes on to state he had wandered to Florida, to Arkansas. To me, there seems to be a lot of emphasis on Mr. Carter just wandering off. Now, we all have family members. I mean, most everyone in this society has some type of emotional problem or mental problem, and usually we tend to keep an eye on loved ones and family members who are prone to wander off. This scenario sounds like BS to me, to my ears. And, let's see. The sheriff goes on to state that a man who lived nearby saw Mr. Carter walking toward the site in which Mr. Carter was hung, in a field between a levee and the Yazoo River. Now, this man is alleged to have talked to him and asked Mr. Carter what he was doing down there. And Mr. Carter it is alleged that Mr. Carter responded, "Well, I'm just walking." He wouldn't talk to him. That sounds like BS to me too. Okay, for starters, this is a racist part of town. Why would Mr. Carter pick the most racist part of town to hang himself from a tree? This makes no sense to me. And most black men that I know of, and even throughout history, have never hung themselves from a tree. It is usually someone else hanging them from a tree, which is called a lynching. Now, the sheriff This Mr. Carter's death has been ruled a suicide. And I find that very disturbing and very suspicious and very disgusting. No black man hangs himself from a tree. None. Show me where a black man hangs himself from a tree. Throughout history, black men have been lynched. Their lifeless bodies hanging from trees. And it has always been deemed suicide or whatever. It's a damn shame that 2010 ended with a lynching of a black man. It seems that certain habits never die out. It's a shame. Very tragic. But what's your opinion? This is just mine. This is no damn suicide. Many questions arise. How ridiculous. Mr. Carter wanders off in a racist part of town, and with a rope, and picks a tree to hang himself from? Or possibly did Mr. Carter purchase a rope from near the site? Get serious. I mean, where did this rope come from that he allegedly hung himself with? Do you use ropes when you're painting a building? There's many things where questions, there's too many questions that arise from this scenario. It's ridiculous. But like I said, this is just my opinion. If you'd like to check this, if you haven't heard of it and you would like to check out this story, type in Frederick Jermaine Carter and look at his lifeless body, if you can bear it. There's pictures of his lifeless body hanging there. No black man will commit suicide by lynching himself. It's heartbreaking. What do you think? Suicide or lynching? Let me know.